Hello and welcome to the Herget Gymnasium for today's preliminary round matchup. It'll be Braintree and Durfee High School. Mike Wassel and Justin Turpin here on hand for BCAM TV as we stream live. And we will give you the starting lineups for both sides in a moment. But Justin, Braintree having to face a prelim game here against Durfee, and the winner of this will take on Franklin in the first round matchup. What do you expect to see here tonight?
Braintree at home. I mean, people are starting to fill in already, so hopefully they feed off the energy. It's big to have, in big games like this, it's always big to have the home court advantage, especially when it's coming from Fall River, which is where Durfee is, in drive time. I mean, that's a long bus ride, so.
Even longer bus ride if they lose, right?
Yeah, oh, sure is.
So right now we have Donnie Fredericks giving out the speech before the game, and now the starters will be given. Number 1, Mackenzie Carrero, a senior. Number 2, Lauren Kuchar. Number 4, Julia Hargraves. Number 14, Maggie O'Connell. And number 24, Maya Hayes Paulette, a sophomore. And now for the home team, Braintree. No real surprises here. It'll be double zero. Haley Sherrick. Number 11, Sophie DeAngelis, Number 12, Cameron Adams. Number 13, Adriana Casanova. And number 35, Jillian Fay for head coach Matt Freeman. And we will now pause for the playing of the national anthem.
And rise for the playing of our national anthem. Yeah, Bob.
So we are getting ready for the opening tip-off. And again, the starting lineups. It'll be Carrero, Kuchar, Hargraves, O'Connell, and Hayes Paulette for Durfee. And on the Braintree side, it'll be Sherrick, DeAngelis, Adams, Casanova, and Fay. And again, these two teams having to play a preliminary game just to get it into the first round matchup where they'll face number 6 seed Franklin.
We don't want to state the obvious, but neither one of these teams wants this to be their last game.
No.
Especially for the seniors.
You get an opportunity to play in a playoff atmosphere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Head coach Freeman is ready. He's taking his jacket off. He's ready to go.
Braintree bench all on their feet, start the game.
And the opening tip is going to be controlled by Braintree into the hands of Casanova. And Braintree will start with the basketball here for the first possession. So Durfee, the Hilltoppers, haven't done many games with Durfee over the years. Braintree, of course, the home team, the Wamps. And the opening possession is a turnover by Braintree, as Carrero able to take it away, and now a first chance for 3, and the outside shot is knocked down by Kuchar.
Got to close out on that.
So the game's first basket coming from downtown. As Braintree breaks the press, here's Casanova. That's her shot, taking the three. It's long.
It's a great find, though. Cross the court pass, good pass. Way to have the eyes up. Reset.
Braintree keeps the possession. Another 3-point chance, and that's short as the ball is free and picked up by Durfee. Braintree with 2 good looks from the outside, and a little scouting report on Durfee. They play a zone defense, so if Braintree wants to beat them, they're going to have to beat them from the outside.
It's all about that spacing. That's how you break the zone, move the ball.
Pass towards the corner. That first basket obviously very important. You saw Durfee scoring early, taking the crowd out of it, and a foul called here.
Braintree
Going to go on Durfee.
standing, though.
I think they're going to stand until the team scores their first basket.
That's what I would assume, yeah.
Hopefully that comes sooner rather than later, right?
More than hope.
Braintree will bring it towards half court. A little bit of a trap as Braintree brings it over half court easily. As Faye cuts through the defense, gets up towards the basket, looking for a foul, gets her own miss. And Braintree with some quick passing. Adams underneath, no good. Casanova with the rebound. And Braintree with 4 offensive rebounds here in the first couple minutes, but they haven't been able to capitalize.
Great pass, threading the needle. That was a tough space.
A turnover there by Sherrick, and up again, and the basket is good. As Braintree with another turnover, that's 2 already, as Hargrave scores, and a 5-0 lead for the visitors. So we'll see what Braintree can do here with 6 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Another 3-point chance and another miss. As Braintree's gone cold from the outside, Casanova inside can't score, and a foul called over the top.
Braintree's doing a great job on the offensive boards, though. Getting the second opportunities, that's what you need to look for.
I just noticed it too. You get 3 officials here today.
Oh, that's right.
That is different than 2 all season.
If it didn't feel like a playoff atmosphere, just look at the officials.
That ball on the court, somebody's got to get that if you're Braintree there. As the pass towards the corner goes out of bounds, and a turnover on Durfee.
Braintree's doing a good job moving the ball and staying active on the boards. It's just a matter of getting those looks to fall. They've had a couple of good looks here early on. Just can't get them to fall right now.
Got to keep shooting too, and that's not going to help. That's a 3rd turnover. Starting to pile up, and these are the kind of mistakes you can't allow a team like Durfee, who obviously is on the road. You're the lower seed, so Braintree on paper should win this game, but if you turn the ball over, the other team can easily take advantage.
Got to break that zone.
Driving inside, and a foul called as Kucher will go to the line. She had a 3 earlier, and an opportunity here for Durfee to add to a 5-0 advantage. So certainly a frustrating start for Braintree here at home, and that's been a problem here as of late. Braintree's gone through stretches offensively. You know, you really can't afford that in these type of games. You have to continue to play strong, fundamental ball, and right now Braintree's slow to start, but getting some help at the free throw line with 2 misses from Durfee.
Good screen there by Faye, opening it up a little bit and a good cut.
Faye sent it to the corner, and that was lucky that wasn't picked off. DeAngelis took away her own dribble at half court, which put her in a really tough spot. And Braintree will inbound underneath the basket, down 5-0. Faye pops open, 20 on the shot clock. Casanova will let another 3 go. It's short. And Braintree fighting for the ball will get the ball for the moment. And on the ground, it's out of bounds. Braintree ball. Both sides going tumbling to the ground and ultimately off of Durfee. That's been the difference early, has been Braintree getting those second chance opportunities, but like you said, they're not making any shots yet.
Yeah, well, it's still 5-0. It's
still
possession game. First quarter, 5-0. I mean, they just keep getting the shots will eventually fall. They're doing everything right. The little things they're doing right. It's just the shots aren't falling. See,
another offensive rebound off another miss. Braintree back to the outside for DeAngelis. Another fresh shot clock as they work it around the outside. Sherrick will pull up for a 3 and nail it. Braintree's first basket of the game, and the crowds are the bench still standing. So
playoff game.
They're going to stay up for a while, I guess.
Staying into it. See, that's the thing is Braintree's getting the looks they need. They just need to start falling, and that's what we just saw there.
Awkward shot there. As Braintree comes away with the rebound, a chance to tie the score. Here's Sherrick to the basket and ties the score. All 5 of the Braintree points scored by the senior guard, Haley Sherrick.
About 20 seconds apart.
Well, this is right back where Braintree wants to have them. And now a steal again. Sherrick, a one-man show right now, right to the basket. Lays it up and in. And Durfee, wow, I thought they were going to call a timeout. Braintree in front for the first
You got a
time.
feeling it's coming soon. If they don't score here, if Braintree gets out in front,
They score again.
if they score again, you got to call a timeout. They're not going to call it here, trying to set something up, but a 7-point run here for Braintree, and you got to think it's coming soon. Might even take it here.
Braintree took a little bit of those jitters out finally after getting a couple of shots to drop. And a lot of times when you're not shooting a high percentage, take the ball to the basket. And that's kind of what Sherrick has done. A couple of layups, also the 3-point shot. Durfee's got to be careful here. Lucky that wasn't a 5-second inbound. 3:30 to go here in the opening quarter. Braintree with a 7-5 lead. Back to the outside. That's a 2-point shot, no good. And Braintree all over the rebound. Here comes Casanova up the court.
Durfee backing off the press.
They're really only going to press, in my opinion, when they score. As Casanova fires from downtown, and Braintree has dialed it in. Starting to heat up now.
It's only a matter of time till they start to fall. I mean, you keep giving a team good looks, they're going to eventually start falling.
Shot from the outside is no good by Carrero, and Braintree just dominant on the glass right now. Back up the court, here comes DeAngelis. DeAngelis is double teamed, kick back outside for Scarpa. First time into the game for Scarpa. Replacing Adams, back to Scarpa, she'll let a 3 go, and nail it! And Braintree locked in.
Another wide open look.
Well, I wonder if Durfee's going to change up their
I
defense.
cannot believe they haven't called a timeout.
Well, they're going to get run out of this court pretty quickly if they don't start.
13-0 run.
Back from the outside, Carrero, that's way short. And Durfee can't buy a basket now.
Braintree's just getting out front. They're just breaking the zone.
2:15 to go in a quick moving first quarter. Braintree in front by 8. Here goes Faye to the cup and not able to score. As the rebound controlled underneath by Hayes Paulette. So it's brought over half court by Durfee here with 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. It's been a game of runs. That's just going to be out of bounds.
This fell.
It's been a game of runs. You already mentioned it. 13 straight points for Braintree after allowing the game's first 5.
And
You don't see this very often in a sport like this.
Right.
That's a very big run. Anything over like 8 or 10 points, that's incredible that there hasn't been a timeout called. Braintree right back up the court. Here's Adams. Oh, nice rejection.
Good defense, though.
That's a better stand. And Braintree with the steal, but called for a foul.
It's a quick whistle.
That looked like a pretty good defensive play.
Yeah, real quick whistle.
So 1:46 to go, and that is the 3rd team foul against Braintree. Just 1 against Durfee so far. Braintree will press in the backcourt. And the ball nearly turned over as it's loose on the court. Braintree couldn't tie it up. Now a hand getting in there, it's Adams. Adams lays it in. And Braintree all over him now.
Where's the timeout?
I mean, we're not the coach, but I think
I mean, you've got to put an end to the run.
This is interesting.
You can't take the timeouts home with you. You got to use them.
Your team's not playing well.
No.
Plain and simple.
15-0 run.
And they're missing shots, they're turning it over. I mean, clearly need a timeout to talk it over.
Basketball. I mean, you're going to reset the defense.
I think they're going to have to make a change on defense because right now Braintree's breaking them down. Missed their first 2 shots, but Braintree settled in.
We have 3 people now in the backcourt trying to press.
That's a dangerous pass. Braintree breaks it.
That's what happens.
Here's a 2-on-1.
Faye could have taken that to the
Lays
cup.
it back outside. Scarpa fakes the shot, takes it right inside, and may have gotten away with the travel as the ball pops free, and it goes off of Braintree. With 1:04 to go here in the opening quarter, Braintree on a 15-0 run. It's 15-5, Braintree.
There was just 3 defenders in the backcourt for Durfee.
Trying to trap Braintree in the
Braintree's
backcourt.
getting out in front.
Well, we'll see if there's any changes made between quarters. Because they got to do something now in a hurry. A 3-point chance, that's way short. And Braintree all over the glass again. Here comes Sherrick. She really jump-started the Braintree offense. Nice look
Great
underneath
pass.
for Adams. Adams back to the outside. Casanova, another 3. And good! Casanova with another 3, and Braintree with their 4th 3 here of the
And
quarter.
she had Scarpa right to her left, who also had a wide open 3. I mean, this zone doesn't stand a chance.
18-5. That's a 2-point shot, and way off the mark again, and Braintree will hold for the final shot if they want it.
Yeah. Nope. No opportunity for a 2-for-1 here.
Chance to go up by 15 with a 2 or a 3-point shot would put them up 16 at the end of this quarter.
Wide open in the wing right there. There it is.
Fakes the shot, 5 seconds left. Braintree will have to let the shot go. Scarpa trying a reverse layup. No good at the buzzer. And Braintree with a phenomenal end after a very slow start. The first 2.5 minutes ending on an 18-0 run, Justin. And really a game of opportunity, but Braintree has seized the moment, and right now a 13-point lead after 1.
You'd expect to see some sort of change on the defensive end for Durfee. I mean, that zone does not stand a chance. Braintree's getting out up front. We mentioned it at the top of the broadcast. I mean, they were getting the looks they needed. It was just a matter of hitting them, and now they're starting to fall. They're going to have to change something up.
So we'll take a break in between quarters. 18-5 is the score for Braintree as they lead over Durfee here in the preliminary round matchup. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Braintree High School here at the Herger Gymnasium, and a very dominant first quarter by the home team Braintree. Mike Wassel and Justin Turpin here on the call for BCAM TV as we stream live. And Braintree with 18 straight points to end the quarter, 4 threes in the first quarter, and we'll see what type of changes. We've already seen a few substitutions for Durfee here to start.
You know, when you see that many threes early on, it's a team to get into that rhythm, and to get in that rhythm early is a big thing.
A blocking foul is called here on Braintree. That's really the only thing keeping Durfee in this game, is the fact that they've allowed themselves to get to the free throw line a couple times.
Not really capitalizing there.
No, they're not. But it's put Braintree in 4 fouls. That's the only difference.
And we're only 9 seconds into the second quarter.
Right. Could be seeing a lot of free throws here at the end of this second quarter. First free throw is good. Finally, the run is stopped. 18-0 the run.
Take it if you're Coach Freeman.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure.
Especially after that sloppy start.
Oh, yeah.
And 1 for 2 at the line as Sherrick gets the rebound and then turns it over. Second turnover here of the first half, and then it was thrown away. Not really sure what Hargraves was trying to do there on the sideline. He had a player right behind you.
Yeah, Sherrick had no help in the backcourt, and I don't know what Durfee was thinking there.
18-6 the score with 7:40 to go here in the first half. Dangerous pass as Fay kicks it to the outside for Scarpa, who's played a lot of minutes here in this first half. Sherrick another 3 and down.
Wide open.
I haven't seen Sherrick shoot this well in a first half in a while, and that really was what you were looking for if you're Braintree. This season, I mean, you expect her to be one of your offensive weapons, and if she plays like this, Braintree's got a chance to do some damage in this tournament. You really need multiple weapons at this level. I mean, a team like Franklin, who you could potentially play in the first round matchup, of course they're going to be a great team, they're the 6th seed, but you need multiple options to beat a team like that.
When a team's shooting like this, I mean, you can beat anybody. Playing good defense, moving the ball, and they're still sticking with this 2-3 zone. Durfee.
And here comes Scarpa for 3 again. Braintree just making it look easy, aren't they?
I mean, maybe switch to a 3-2, do something, man up. I mean, the 2-3 is just not working.
You'd have to imagine at this point, Justin, that they just don't have another type of defense that they play. I mean, why else would it be? You can't just, if something's not working, you got to fix it.
I mean, this is also a varsity sport. You should be able to adjust on the fly.
The easiest thing would just be to play a man-to-man defense, just straight up.
They're just getting wide open.
They must not like their look against Braintree's speed or something. You know, there's got to be something that they don't like the way they match up. Maybe they think that Braintree's not a good outside shooting team, which obviously in this first half has not been the case. So
you hear the word a lot in sports: adjustments. And that's what we need to see if Durfee wants a chance. Inside,
the scoop shot is off the mark, and Braintree with the rebound. Collery into the game, and Braintree with the basketball. 24-6 the lead with 6:10 to go here in the first half. Good first half for Braintree.
Looks like they are switching more. Nope, they just switched it back. Never mind.
Still a 2-3.
Yeah, still a 2-3. I didn't know if they were going to switch more to a 3-2, but maybe not.
Careless pass by Braintree. That is their 4th turnover here in the first half. That was what Braintree was doing early, was turning the ball over, which obviously allowed an opportunity for Durfee to get a lead. And right now, the shots aren't even close right now for Durfee. That's the 3rd air ball here in this first half.
You know, a good alternative to that, they'd be getting to the hoop.
Yep, take the ball inside.
That's a good alternative.
Well, that's what Braintree did. They couldn't hit an outside shot to start, and then all of a sudden they were taking the ball to the basket like this. Sherrick goes right to the cup, couldn't get a foul called, and now a 2-on-2 up the court for Durfee. Good play by Scarpa, slapped it away, and in a case like that, sometimes you wonder if the player slapped it off the opponent's knee. A lot of the times you see that when a player goes up for a layup.
She also had her feet set.
Yep.
So if she was to, she could have taken a charge there if she so choose. But instead used the quick hands. That's a great job.
5:20 to go here in the first half. Underneath, and a nice play, but the ball wouldn't stay down. A second chance also wouldn't stay, and a 3rd opportunity back to the outside and a fresh shot clock. Wild shot in the lane, but Braintree called for a foul. That'll be on Scarpa, but one of the few times in this game so far for Braintree that they haven't done a good job controlling the rebounds.
It just couldn't stay in Cleary's hands. She had it like twice, just couldn't come down with it cleanly.
5:10 left here in the second quarter, and the free throw is good. So like you said, Durfee from the area on Fall River. It's quite a hike, I would imagine. About an hour. I would imagine an hour drive. That's probably without traffic.
6:30 start here, so right during drive time, that's a long ride.
Able to knock down the free throws. Braintree in the backcourt with a little bit of pressure from Durfee. Braintree brings it over half court. Braintree has gone into their bench. See 3 substitutions out there. Back to the outside for Scarpa, who's had a couple threes early. And going to the basket and drawing a foul will be DeAngelis, who has yet to score, but now gets a couple of free throws.
I mean, you look around, you just see all these open pass lanes.
Braintree's finding the open spot on the court right now. They're making good passes.
Yeah.
High percentage shots. First free throw spins out. As Braintree with a substitution, passing over back into the game. Really, Braintree got their offense started with the play of Sherrick. Had a couple steals, had that 3, then a couple of layups. Got Braintree ahead 7-5, and they haven't looked back.
Offense just finds that click. You know, that's what they need.
Sometimes you just need that spark
Yep.
plug.
You find that, you get into that rhythm, and it's hard to break it at times.
4:35 to go with the ball in the hands of the Hilltoppers as Durfee drives the lane and draws another foul.
It's now 6 fouls on Braintree. With 4.5 to go, I mean, we were saying about the 7-minute mark, we were like, this could be a little longer, but kind of mellowed out a little bit on the foul calls.
Free throw line for 2. First one's good.
Durfee's starting to get them to fall.
Second free throw on the way is up and no good. Continuing to struggle. Guerrero just 1 point. One of their top offensive threats, and hasn't really got her offense going, which is a problem for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, especially when you have a deficit like this.
16-point lead for Braintree with the ball.
I was leaving the math to you.
Nice look underneath. Braintree looked like they were fouled there, but no call. Guerrero now trying to pull up for 3. That's off the mark. You can see that one right from her hands. Braintree on the floor to get the loose ball, and a jump ball is called. DeAngelis, nice hustle there for Braintree, and they will keep the ball.
It's one of the better looks Durfee's had, which says a lot about the Braintree defense.
Well, either way, I think head coach Freeman's got to be very happy the way his team's playing here in this first half after couple of sloppy turnovers early. Braintree got some shots to fall, and they haven't really looked back. Now, a turnover here, so maybe trying to do a little bit too much.
Somebody just took the ball off the noggin.
Somebody in the fan section.
Yeah, look out. Took it right off the wall, right off the head. Look out.
Hopefully they weren't looking down at the phone.
Yeah, right? That could be expensive. That phone comes flying out.
Pass underneath. Braintree lucky that they weren't called for a foul, and a basket scored by Hayes Paulette, just her first points of the first half. 3:20 left, Braintree with the ball. As they try and work it over half court into the hands of McDonald, who has checked in.
Anytime Braintree takes it to the top of the key and just resets, they just keep moving the ball, and it's just bound to find somebody open. Like Faye took it, she had McDonald right there on the wide open left wing because they come up and double team her. I just don't understand this defensive concept whatsoever.
Nice job by Braintree, and then a foul call. That's going to go on Durfee. So Braintree got the steal. Good hustle by Adams. And then Durfee with the foul with 2:56 to go. That's just the fourth team foul, so still a ways to go before Braintree starts shooting free throws.
And that foul call might actually benefit Braintree because Adams threw that to Sherrick off her back and was a little bit behind her and ended up going out of bounds. So it looked like a quick whistle on the ground, and it actually benefits Braintree.
Can't really fault the hustle by Durfee there, but that wasn't really a good foul in the backcourt. Nice pass underneath, and DeAngelis can't squeeze it up and in, gets their own rebound, and we'll get to the free throw line.
Staying active on the offensive glass.
Love to see that one drop, though, if you're Braintree. That was such a perfect pass, and that would have looked pretty in the scorebook.
And that's the one that kind of gets the crowd into it, gets the people that understand basketball, you know, the bench, they're like, that's a good play.
Free throw is up and good. Braintree 27-11 here with 2:40 left in the first half here in the preliminary round matchup of the MIAA Division I state tournament. Winner of this game will face Franklin on Friday night as the shot is good, a bank shot by O'Connell, who
Faye's
now
just
has
going
4
to come
points.
up and close up on that. Going to close out.
Braintree brings it over half court, back to the top of the key. Nice look underneath again for Adams. Back outside, Casanova will let a three go, and no good this time. Offensive rebound for Adams, but she couldn't control it. And it is picked up by Durfee here in the final 2 minutes and change.
Braintree is not afraid to jack up a three.
Nope.
And they are falling.
Oh, good defense again. Oh, they called the foul. That was a late whistle.
There was not much space for Casanova there, and took it and it almost fell.
It's a funny look down there. The one official actually called that, but the other two kind of looked over like, I don't know if that was a foul.
Well, that's the weird thing with three officials. You know, these guys aren't probably even used to it.
You used to just having one partner, and you're like, if I miss something, I hope you guys get it. But now with three, it's like everybody has their own position that they're patrolling. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't it make it easier with like a majority rules situation? I mean,
well, it's 27-15. Durfee's gotten back in it. Braintree breaks the press. 2-on-3. Sherrick underneath. Off the glass, no. Faye with the rebound, can't get it to go, and Braintree with two misses and close. A couple of layups that Braintree should have converted easily.
and you could tell those two have been playing together for a while because Faye knew Sherrick was right behind her, couldn't even see her.
Back to the outside. That's a 2-point shot, no good, and the rebound goes out of bounds off Durfee. And she doesn't like the call, but I don't know why she's complaining. That was clearly off her.
That's a scream.
Now you're lucky to get a T there.
Yeah.
We've seen T's for a lot worse. Or a lot less. 1:25 to go. Braintree with 20 on the shot clock, and here comes another 3-point shot. This one no good by Sherrick. Don't want to foul here for Braintree, and then a little ticky-tack pushing foul, and that puts them over the limit. That's a 1-on-1, so that's exactly why you don't want to do that.
Sherrick knew it right away. Put the hands up. Ugh.
In my opinion, that's a weak call in a playoff type game,
Yeah, I'm all for let them play, especially in the postseason.
especially that far from the basket.
I mean, they're working up the the end line here.
Do you know how many times there's fouls on every single play? I mean, you could pretty much call a foul most plays.
Yes.
There's pushing, there's shoving, battles underneath. Braintree brings it over half court. Casanova will jack up a 3, no good, and the rebound controlled by Carrero.
Starting to get a little bit cold from 3.
And that one spun out of bounds.
Good D, Cam.
So just 50 seconds left here in the opening half. A screen set, and the shot is released off the mark again. Another air ball as DeAngelis stepped on the end line. There's been a lot of those type of shots here today, Justin. Just shots that's like, they look like it's a good shot, and then you're like, oh, that wasn't a good shot after seeing the release.
Let's go, White. Come on.
So it'll be out of bounds. 37 seconds left for Durfee. Still looking to find an inbound pass.
It's a good pass.
And
Great
Braintree
defense.
able to take it away here in the final half minute. Dangerous pass back to the top of the key. Braintree should slow it down here as Faye slides down the lane. Can't score. She's been off the mark here early in this game, and she's got to find some offense. Just a couple of close shots in low.
Try to put a little English on that one. Ooh, dangerous pass.
And stepping out of bounds is Durfee.
Lucky break.
Go, Hill.
21 seconds left here in the opening half. Braintree should hold for the final shot with a 27-15 lead. Adams drives to the corner. That's a dangerous spot. Here goes Faye again, but had it knocked away, and a steal. Don't want to foul here for Braintree.
Nope. Force a tough shot. They just got to close out here. They don't know
Final
the
seconds.
clock.
Carrero will let a 3 go at the buzzer and drops it. So Carrero, who really was non-existent in that first half, drops down a big 3 at the buzzer. Maybe that gets her going, but pretty good first half for Braintree. A 27-18 lead at halftime, but obviously a frustrating end. You never want to give up a 3-point shot, especially in the final seconds.
There was nothing Faye could have done about that. There was a great contest. It was just a great shot.
Great shot at the end of the only thing in my opinion, Braintree should have done is held for the last shot. They shouldn't have shot the ball when they did, and ultimately it cost them at the other end. So we'll take a break in between halves. We'll bring you back the third quarter in a moment. Again, you are watching here live on BCAM TV as Braintree and Durfee in the midst of a battle here. 27-18 the score at halftime. We'll be back for third quarter action right after this. Welcome back to the Herget Gymnasium as we are ready for third quarter action here in the preliminary round matchup between Braintree and Durfee. Mike Wassel and Justin Turpin here for BCAM TV, and 27-18 is the score here at halftime. A late 3 by Carrero pulling Durfee a little bit closer. Like you said, an exceptional shot at the end of the first half. We'll see if that gets her going.
And we were talking about it in the break. Neither side called a timeout. Not that Braintree would have a reason to do so, but you usually don't see that in basketball, that neither side uses a timeout, especially when a team's on an 18-0 run like Braintree was.
So inside, a bucket by Hayes Paulette, now with 4 points in the game, and Durfee, just the way they started the first quarter with the first points.
So they've cut that deficit down to 7.
Braintree's gone cold a little bit from the outside. We'll see if Sherrick can get him going here with her first release from the outside, and just like the first half, knocks it down.
That'll help.
13 points, the leading scorer in this game now for Sherrick.
That'll help. They started going a little cold from 3. Just gotta find that rhythm again.
Hilltoppers driving inside again. Hayes Paulette, no good, and a lot of contact in the rebounding action, no foul. As Braintree with a long pass, not a good idea.
It was there.
You don't need that.
It was there for a minute. I think Sherrick just looked up a little bit too late. She had the right idea, just that pass has to come sooner.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad idea, but I just think in that spot, there's really no reason to press the issue.
By the time Casanova was at the baseline when she passed it, that came way too late. If it was a couple seconds earlier, that's a bucket, easy one.
Well, that was a travel there, but they got away with it. Here comes Carrero in the baseline. Oh, trying to feed it underneath, couldn't get it there. Carrero gets the miss, and Braintree gets the rebound. Here they go.
Great outlet.
Release. Sherrick to the basket and lays it in.
Great outlet pass.
15 in the game for Sherrick, and she's been the difference maker here tonight.
Way to keep that in the air.
Clearly the best player in the court right now is Haley Sherrick for Braintree, number 00. Ball on the court, and Casanova picks it up. Just careless basketball there for Kuchar. The Hilltoppers better figure things out quickly, because right now Braintree's got it going here in this quarter.
I mean, that just shows how weak that 2-3 is. I mean, Faye was just set up a camp.
Wide open.
She just set up a tent at the free throw line. Just dumped
Unfortunately,
it in.
missed it.
But again, those looks are going to fall, like we saw in the first quarter. We were saying that for the first half of the first quarter. We were talking about. We were saying as these looks are going to start falling. And
another jump ball, and this time it'll be in possession of the visitors. So Braintree got a good look there from the corner, not able to drop it down, but you're right. I mean, the high percentage shots will start falling. Faye's had a tough game offensively, hasn't scored yet, but those are the kind of looks, I mean, you're going to take those shots every time. If you're open at the free throw line, that's 100% of the time you're taking that shot. Little give and go, driving down the lane, and another foul call.
it's a good backdoor pass. Like you were saying, though, things really shooting or scoring wise aren't really going Faye's way, but I mean, when you could set up a tent at the free throw line, of course you're going to take that.
Was there another log added to the campfire?
Yeah, there might have been.
Underneath, the layup is missed, and both sides have missed a couple of layups.
Might have to remove a couple logs. It's getting warm in here.
Underneath, here's Faye with some contact, gets her own miss, and now we'll get to the free throw line. Let's see if she can get her first point of the game at the line. Certainly can't fault her hustle. I mean, she's been all over the glass, doing all the little things. Maybe she's not scoring, but she's doing the little things.
And that's what we said. You know, they're doing all the little things right. The shots will start falling.
Everybody's got to have a role, too.
Yeah,
Can't expect everybody to score.
There's a reason she's still in the game. You know, when you can make an impact without scoring, those are the type of players
pretty
teams
impressive.
need.
Still can't get one to drop. Both free throws missed, and the ball out of bounds off of Braintree. So sloppy free throw shooting here in this game for Braintree. I think they've only made 2 out of 8.
Something. Why do they call them free throws? Usually they're not free.
If they were. that reminds me of, what was that game? That NFL, you could take a free point if you took the field goal instead. What was that one? The crazy one that...
Street.
NFL Street? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The video game there.
Yeah.
The NFL Street.
That's the only thing that was free in that game. From the outside, here's the release from Casanova, no good. And back up the court, one-on-one, right to the basket, and a nice rejection. Sherrick with the block.
Quite the game from her, huh?
She's having a big game. 15 points, a lot of steals, physical play. Well, Durfee's down by 10, so they have a chance to cut it to single digits. Release is short, and Braintree with the rebound. Another rebound for Faye.
Braintree just getting out up front.
Driving down the baseline, it's kickball. It wasn't a great pass, but Braintree was bailed out there by the kickball call.
No, not a smart pass. We got Casanova at the top of the key. That's where they go.
Plenty of time. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. No reason to hustle it here. There's the open player at the free throw line.
There's
again.
the campfire.
Finally gets it to go.
There's the campfire.
Well, Faye finally on the scoreboard with their first bucket. Quick release from the outside, no good, and the rebound battled for, and Braintree called for a foul. Looks like Faye will be the guilty party. (34-22) is the advantage for Braintree here with 4:04 to go in the third quarter. Trying to feed it on the block. Braintree, strong defense. And is that a 3-second? Referee almost got his head taken off. I thought they were going to call
ready.
I thought they were going to call the Hilltoppers for being in the paint too long. They were in there for a while.
Seems like they're letting a lot of those little things go.
3:45 left here in the quarter. 12-point lead for Braintree. Feeding it inside and another foul call. That's not a call.
I don't
That's
know
not a
about
foul.
that one. This is a playoff game.
And not to mention, you have a size advantage.
What do you expect her to do?
Also hit the ball too. It wasn't like the body connected and then, jarred it away.
That's a bad call.
Clean hand on the ball first. And that is the fourth team foul on Braintree already here in the third quarter.
Seen a lot of quick whistles.
There's no consistency though.
No.
We've seen a lot of stuff go, and then we've seen a lot of ticky-tack calls. So which is it? Are we going to call it tight, or are we going to call, let it go? Backdoor pass, that's a nice look. And see, that could have been a foul, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They don't call
Looked
that.
it from up here.
Driving down the baseline and scoring. And a timeout is taken by the Hilltoppers here. And that will make it 34-24, 10-point game. Braintree allowing them to stay in it.
So they take the timeout now when they're starting to get on a run?
Yeah. Your guess is as good as mine. Probably trying to set up a defensive play, I'm assuming, but their defense hasn't been that strong in the backcourt. Braintree obviously has, struggled at times in this game on offense, but they're getting the looks they want. I mean, you're getting open shots from the outside from Casanova and Sherrick. You're getting plenty of room at the free throw line from Faye, and you're getting the quality that you're looking for. The defense has been solid. They're doing a good job of rebounding.
And that's the thing, when the defense has been this good, you don't worry about this 10-point advantage slipping away. It's everywhere Durfee looks. Like when they get a pass, when they start to turn the corner, look for a shot, a Braintree defender's right in their face. So when you're playing suffocating defense like that, I mean, as cold as you get, I mean, it would take a lot to get that cold.
I'm impressed, though, the way Braintree has battled back at times in this game. I mean, obviously, you're the better team on paper. You're the higher seed. It's a preliminary round game, so obviously, you get the home game for a reason. You're the better team during the season. But the way the system is now, it's a power ranking, so it's, Braintree has a tough schedule, so they're generally going to get a boost against a team like Durfee, who probably doesn't play the toughest schedule. But I'll be interested to see. I know there's been a lot of controversy as Braintree throws it away. A lot of controversy over the ranking system, and there was a couple teams that had to forfeit some games, and it just screwed up everything in the rankings, and there was a lot of fuss over that. So there's certainly going to be some kinks in the system, but hopefully they can figure that out quickly. Carrero will pull up for the jumper, no good. She just can't get really anything to fall. As they try and thread the pass inside and throw it away. And wow. Durfee again looking for a call. Looks like the referee's going to overrule him.
Yeah, I don't. That didn't look close.
Although it's a
Did
long
that look
discussion.
Close to you? That didn't look close to me.
No.
That looked clearly off Braintree.
And they're going to overrule it.
That's the right call.
Braintree does feel a little slighted because they've had a couple calls go against them. Especially when you're the home team, you expect to get, a couple calls in your favor. Looking underneath, and Braintree with another strong defensive play, but couldn't secure the rebound. And again, it is Hayes Paulette with 6 points. She's really been the go-to player for them on offense the last couple possessions.
Now Durfee bench back into it as Faye's got her campfire right there at the top of the key still.
Well, we'll see who wants to dial in on offense for Braintree. Obviously, Sherrick's been their go-to player so far. Casanova also has been had the hot hand and a foul called on Carrero. That'll just be the second team foul on the visitors from Durfee.
Got to help out Sherrick, which is working on top of the key. Set a pick, do something, move without the ball.
Fresh shot clock for Braintree. That's a tough ball to handle there, and Braintree is fortunate that Durfee couldn't control the pass because you don't really want to throw the ball and get double teamed underneath the basket.
I know you want to get the ball to your top scorer, but you don't want to force feed. You want to make it come naturally.
And that's not really her strength. She's not really a post-up player either. Pass off the mark, another turnover. Trying to get the ball inside to Faye, and then Durfee just turns it right back. Here goes Faye, one-on-one to the basket, right at Carrero, and lays it in. If I'm Carrero, you got to make a better play on defense there.
Is that the offhand too? I think she finished with there.
2-point shot off the mark. Carrero gets the rebound, sends to the outside, a 3-point chance, no good. And Carrero gets the rebound, sends it back outside. A third chance on the possession, and off the window it goes in. And Hayes Paulette again knocks it down.
Slow it down a little bit, see what you can get. Let them settle into that zone and just pick it apart. That's what you've been doing best all day.
36-28. Braintree with the ball with 1:40 to go here in the third quarter. Scarpa kicks to Adams, fires a 3 off the mark. Rebound by Sherrick, can't get it to go. Scarpa with the rebound, can't get it to go. Faye with the rebound, yes! And a chance for 3. Well, this has been the story of the game, hasn't it? I mean, both sides have been getting opportunities, second chance, third chance. You allow a team 3 chances, you're going to score most of the times.
You know, we talked about it throughout the whole first half. It's the offensive rebounds, those second chance opportunities. Those are what win you games, and that's what's coming down the stretch here. Braintree starting to lose that gap a little bit, that 10-point gap. Durfee's starting to close it, and Braintree getting it right back.
And you know who's come alive here in this third quarter?
That'd be Faye.
Player at the free throw line. Faye unfortunately missed the free throw. And Braintree with the foul in the backcourt, hoping for a travel call, but they're going to be calling a foul on Sherrick.
But I know that's 5 fouls now on Braintree.
With the 10-point lead, though, you don't want to do anything stupid if you're Braintree. I know Sherrick wasn't very happy with the call, but you certainly don't want to put your team at a disadvantage by taking a technical foul, either by complaining the call. Let your team play it. 1:23 to go. Ball in the hands of Durfee. As the ball is brought up the court by Hargraves. Looking underneath. Again, that pass open again.
It's a great pass. That's good defense by McDonald. It's just a good pass.
Hayes Paulette again. Braintree's got to start to knock down that little cut inside. And a foul call. We're going to call an offensive foul here on Braintree.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no, they're not.
Defensive foul.
Nope.
Defensive foul. I think he signaled offensive.
The way he's signaling, that's an offensive foul. When
Yes,
you signal
that's an
like that with the elbow.
Yes.
So everybody was fooled. You and I
the
included.
wrong signal there.
Everybody was fooled. The whole crowd too.
The Durfee bench.
The Durfee bench. They were expecting the call to go their way, and then Braintree turns it over. 50 seconds to go, and again they get it to Hayes Paulette, who's been their go-to weapon. That's a travel.
There you go. Can't do that.
Good idea by Hayes Paulette, but you don't really need to do that. You don't need to stop. Go right up with the ball.
If Braintree can time it up here, they can get a 2-for-1 opportunity.
They're going to do it. Open shot for McDonald. Off the mark. She struggled in a couple of shots.
So they had the chance for a 2-for-1. Gonna close out here.
Down the lane, Braintree with a partial deflection. Oh, you don't want to do that. Throw the ball away, and Sherrick on the move will score. That is a very bad turnover.
It's just 3 points for Braintree.
Why would you ever throw it back to half court like that? Throw the ball under your basket.
Shot clock off now.
Carrero pulls up for 3 and another air ball as the Braintree crowd serenades. Well, 9.7 on the clock. Braintree with the last possession.
No press here from Durfee.
No, 6 seconds left. Sherrick's had the hot hand. Gets it to McDonald. McDonald back into the hands of Sherrick, and that's not what you want to do. I know McDonald's a sophomore, and she missed the 3 in the last shot, but you got to take that shot. You put your team at a disadvantage, sending it back out top, and head coach Freeman's not very happy.
Coach Freeman saying, shoot the
I
ball.
don't blame him. I don't blame him. I wouldn't be very happy either. Final 8 minutes on the clock. 40-30 is the score. Braintree with a 10-point lead. Here at home, looking to advance to the first round matchup with Franklin. And they are 8 minutes away from doing so. 40-30 the lead. We'll take a break and be back for the fourth right after this.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us. All of us. You're going to need our technical skills, our math, our engineering skills. You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food. You're going to need our organizational skills, our problem-solving skills. You're going to need our determination, our honesty, our compassion. You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring. And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
Welcome back to Braintree High School, start of the fourth quarter. Thanks for joining us live here on BCAM TV as, again, we stream this game live as Braintree looking to advance to the next round. Looking to advance to face Franklin, and they're 8 minutes away with a 10-point lead from doing so. Casanova with a long 3 to start, and he knocks it down.
They're not afraid to chalk them up. That's like a foot off the three-point line. He gets it to go.
And that's her third three-point shot of the game. 9 points, all of it coming from outside. That's another nice start. That was Sherrick, I believe, that hit a 3 to start the third quarter for Braintree. Now it is Casanova starting from 3 here to start the fourth.
You know, if they can get hot here the next 4 or so minutes.
Not a good foul.
Well, now they're a foul out of the bonus, but if they can get hot here from behind the arc, the next 4 or 5 minutes, the game's over.
I always love the aggression that Sherrick plays with, but sometimes it gets against her when she makes fouls like that. But she gets the steal. Here she goes right to the cup, lays it up, and doesn't get it to stay down, but it goes out of bounds off of Durfee. Braintree with a couple buckets here in succession could not put it away, but it would make it very, very tough to overcome.
Especially given how well their defense is playing.
To the outside for Scarpa, and another foul call. They're starting to call some tight ones here, and that's the 5th against Durfee, so we're going to see a lot of free throws in this fourth quarter, whichever way you slice it.
Well, we said that about the second, so we'll see. We'll see, but...
Well, there's still 7:10 to go, and as a team generally is down, you're going to see a lot of fouls late.
Yep.
3-point shot missed. 13-point lead for Braintree as Durfee brings it up the court. Close to a travel there as Souza brings it over half court, a sophomore. Now into the hands of O'Connell. O'Connell drives down the lane and gets the foul called. And the question is, who was that on?
So that'll put him in the bonus.
It's on
That was a shooting foul.
Collery on the foul. But either way, it's going to be free throws the rest of the way.
Rest of the way, yep.
1-1 for the next few. Interesting release there on that free throw. That was like almost like pushed towards the basket. Still went in, obviously, but
I've seen
interesting
some
form.
weird free throw forms and procedures, I guess, going up to it. One of the players earlier for Durfee was like a foot off the line. And that's just kind of like a slingshot.
1 for 2 at the line. Neither side shooting the ball well from the free throw line as Faye spins away and then throws it in the backcourt. She had a player wide open, Casanova, 5 feet to her right. Instead tries to get it to Sherrick, who is the point guard. Generally that's the right person to get the ball in the hands, but not when she's in the backcourt.
She never had her bearings from when she got that ball. Kind of spin off it right away.
I think she was just happy that she didn't get called for a travel.
Yeah.
And then Durfee just throws it away. So not able to take advantage of the Braintree mistake.
See if Braintree starts eating some clock here. Durfee's on a full press here. So use the spacing to your advantage. You got Faye right up the left wing there. And that's the spacing we're talking about. She's just going to cut towards the basket, that's all.
Scarpa takes it inside. Not really sure what she was trying to do there.
And she had McDonald right in the left corner.
And then it was knocked away from behind. With 6:12 to go, Braintree with a 12-point lead. And Braintree with a substitution. McDonald going to come off, and Adams going to come back in. Pretty impressive, though, to see a sophomore getting this type of time in a playoff game in a fourth quarter.
Yeah, big minutes.
Obviously, player of the future for Braintree. That was a carry. It was over the shoulder.
Great pass.
Underneath, the shot no good. Casanova with the rebound.
Durfee doing a good job passing the ball, getting those good looks, just can't finish them.
Scarpa left open for a three and nails it again. That's been her bread and butter here tonight. She's got 3 threes, as does Casanova. So start thinking about how many threes Braintree has in this game, and with 46 points on the board, they've got a lot of points from downtown, and nobody there in the rebounding action for Durfee. Braintree looking up the court, into the hands of Casanova, draws the foul, and we'll get to the free throw line.
And she had Adams, if she wanted to hesitate and throw that bounce pass, Adams had a wide open lay-in. And those are just the little things, you know, being ticky-tacky for us. You know, Braintree really not doing a lot wrong, but, you know, if you want to take that next step, you hesitate there and pass it, but you get the foul anyway, so.
Nice adjustment, though, by Sherrick that time. Instead of making kind of an erratic pass, she made the correct pass on the move, set up a 2-on-1, and Braintree with free throws here, unfortunately not able to convert the first. If they are going to pull off an upset, though, assuming they win this game and face Franklin, they're going to have to do a much better job from the free throw line in order to beat a team like that.
They're doing most of the little things right. It's just things like that, where you can kind of stop, hesitate a minute, and you have a player wide open to your left of you, or the right of you, and that's Adams, who has an easy layup. You come away with 2 points instead of 1. Those points add up, and so do the points at the free throw line, like you just alluded to. So, for the most part, doing a great job, but definitely little things you can improve on, and that's for every game.
Right now, comfortable, though. 16-point lead, 47-31. I'm not going to say the game's over, but Braintree's in a very good position to move on to face Franklin, and as the higher seed, the home team, you expect to win. I know Braintree has really battled here this season. They've had a couple good wins, had a couple bad losses, as would be expected at any high school. You know, they beat Framingham a couple times, which is a team that was ranked ahead of them in the power rankings. Lost a game at home against Needham that they had the lead over. So, you know, it goes both ways. You get some good wins, some bad losses. And here today, you're just hoping to continue. And, hey, you never know what happens in a playoff game. And really, all the pressure, in my opinion, is always on the higher seed, because as a lower seed, you're not expected to win.
Nope. You look behind the Durfee bench. There's not many people there. Not many parents make the trip. It's tough, and you know you're absolutely right. The pressure is always on the higher seed. As an underdog, it's like
I know a lot of people always say that Braintree travels well. Durfee hasn't traveled well here tonight. That's one thing.
No. Again, like we touched on, the Fall River at drive time.
Oh, nice fake. Driving into the basket. Can't get it to go. One of the few things Hayes Paulette has done wrong here in this game. Braintree, smart decision. Pull it back out.
Reset, pull it out,
Work
burn
some
some
clock.
clock.
Yep.
Exactly.
5 minutes to go. We're on the same page right now, Justin.
Yep.
Run some clock. Oh, nice cut. There's Sherrick in the lane. That's a good shot.
But that's a great shot. You're not forcing anything. You have a good look from right inside the paint. You take it, and you work some clock. You took about 14 seconds off that possession.
And she has 17 points in the game.
Of course. Right
That doesn't
behind
hurt.
hand.
And the Hilltoppers with a turnover. You're down 16. What do you do now? I mean, you really got to buckle in.
You got to go full court press, and you're in the bonus. So try to draw for now. Try to draw fouls. Stop the clock. You don't necessarily need to start jacking threes.
How early would you start fouling? Underneath? No call?
Well, with a 16-point game, it would really have to turn out how it.
I'm just thinking, you know, you think to like the NBA, a lot of teams will foul the bad shooters. You get like guys that shoot 40, 50% from the line, which Braintree hasn't shot well from the line. Maybe you get 1-on-1, they miss the free throw, you get the ball back, steal a couple possessions. as we'll see free throws here for Durfee. That's just my strategy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's a long way to go in this game.
You got to score first, though.
Right.
You gotta,
and you got to make
if
free
you're
throws.
still trailing by 16, there's just no point of fouling, and it's kind of then it comes like almost like a sportsmanship thing.
Another missed free throw.
You got to hit your free throws.
Well, this is the first time we have seen Emily DePina, a freshman, come into the game. So clearly, she must be a three-point specialist. I mean, why else would a freshman be coming in who hasn't played all game?
Interesting here. Durfee only got 2 seniors.
They're going to be back. Oh, wow. She comes away with a rebound on the miss. 4:15 left, and Braintree with a 16-point lead. Driving it inside, and a travel. Too many mistakes for Durfee in the second half, and you can't afford to travel inside like that.
Sloppy basketball.
Part of it's, probably some tired legs. They haven't gone too deep into the bench, in my opinion.
Well, you look down the line here, you see senior, junior. Then we got sophomore, freshman, junior, sophomore, freshman. They're a young team.
Casanova again from downtown. That's been her specialty here tonight. 12 points to make it 13. She has a free throw as well, so 4 threes. And Braintree pretty much has opened this one wide open. Up by 19 now, 50-31 as Durfee has gone ice cold. I mean, you get 31 points in the fourth quarter, you're not going to win any games with that type of output.
Nope.
Not that 50 is an incredible score for Braintree, but when you've only allowed 31 points, you're going to win every game.
When you're playing the defense they've been playing, that's pretty good.
Plenty. Braintree working some clock, getting it to the corner for Adams. 17 on the shot clock, and Adams gets in the scoring
She
card.
didn't even need to take it.
Nope. But you know what? Confidence goes a long way.
It certainly does. Braintree just shooting lights out from 3.
Foul called. So 2:59 to go. Adams comes off the court after drilling that 3 in the corner. And Braintree with a big lead now at 53-31. Like you alluded to, you talked about this young team from Durfee. Impressive how far they've gone here this season with, not a ton of talent from upperclassmen as Sherrick just attacks the basket, scores, and a chance for a 3-point play. And now I can pretty much say this one's over.
We'll do it. That'll just about do it.
It was over a while ago, but that'll definitely do it.
Yeah,
It's 19 in the game for Sherrick.
Looking down this Durfee lineup here, just 4 upperclassmen. So
You don't see that very often at a varsity level sport.
Hardly ever do you see that. So to go to make it to the preliminary game here with just 4 upperclassmen, it shows a lot about what you've got down below with your sophomores and freshmen. So
If you're Braintree right now, I'd empty the bench too. You don't want to chance an injury here
Nope.
with 2:50 left.
it looks like that's what they're doing.
Smart idea. Gonna need everybody healthy as the shot knocked down from the outside by O'Connell here in garbage time. 10 points in the game for O'Connell, and then a foul in the backcourt. That'll be a 1-on-1 situation for Braintree with 2:37 left on the clock and 2:37 left in the Durfee season. Here comes Sherrick, here comes Faye. High five, hugs all around.
They get the standing clap, or the sitting clap rather.
They deserve it.
A nice
Especially
ovation.
Sherrick's been having probably the best game she's had all season. Obviously, I didn't do a lot of the road games, but this is the best I've seen her play all season, maybe even in her career. 19-point game. This is going to be a freshman, Hannah Sherrick, set to check in. Was on the JV team, getting the call up and going to get some varsity time here with 2:30 left here in a preliminary round playoff game. Braintree with a 56-34 lead. There goes Carrero down the lane. Carrero right to the basket and finally gets something to drop, but really disappointed in the play of Carrero. On paper, was supposed to be one of the top offensive weapons. Just couldn't get it going here tonight, and gets the steal here late against all the Braintree subs. But if you're a team that's going to expect to take an upset, you need your best players to be your best players, and she wasn't their best player tonight.
Yep.
One of the few seniors on the team.
A lot of pressure on them in that case.
I think I've been obviously most impressed by number 24, MIAA Hayes-Paulette, just a sophomore with 10 points for them. She's actually on the bench now. As Carrero goes to the free throw line to knock another point down.
Durfee got the 2 seniors in here. Carrero and Nelson, 23, right in the backcourt.
Free throw is good. Foul calls. Why are we fouling here with 2:05 to go in an 18-point game?
The freshman going to go to the line here.
Well, get an opportunity to score, right? That's only the 9th foul. It's not double bonus yet. It's still 1-on-1. Well, looks like both sides have pretty much emptied the bench.
Empty the bench.
And obviously the Durfee side pretty much called it quits at this point. Free throw is good.
I don't think I've ever seen quite the ovation for a free throw when the team is up by 19 or 18 at the time.
It's a freshman getting an opportunity to
Yep.
get some playing time, obviously. First varsity point. Those might gotta be the reason. Got them both.
Now I don't know, but I'm just gonna guess that there's a sibling relationship
Yes,
here
yes.
between Haley and
And I assume the parent as well involved in the cheering.
yes,
Oh, good feeling. I mean,
Haley and Hannah. Yes,
how often can you say that you get siblings playing on the same team together?
I was never able to say it.
No, that's pretty rare, especially in a varsity sport.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're twins. I mean, what's the likelihood to, multiple grades in between to get a chance?
And that's the sad thing. I was a twin. Well, I am still a twin. Just never got to play with my brother.
And the shot is good. Getting the basket. You alluded to a senior. That was Deanna Nelson getting the basket. As Braintree with a turnover. Nelson took a shot in the face.
Ooh. It's going to be backcourt when they pick it up. Just pick it up to backcourt. There you go.
It's going to be an injury for Nelson, who was hit in the face. I didn't see who was the one that knocked her in the face, but maybe essentially you think about blood in that spot, whether it was in the nose or in the mouth. Could be
Looks
many
like she
things.
wants to stay in. I mean, she's got 1:18 left in her high school career. She wants to stay in. I don't think they're going to let her.
They are going to.
Why not?
Usually, if you come off the court for an injury, you generally have to come off for at least one play,
Well, until the next dead ball.
unless you call a timeout, which there'd be no reason to do that.
Nope.
Into the hands of Sherrick. Again, this is Hannah Sherrick, the freshman. Braintree has emptied their bench. And Braintree with the shot underneath, no good. And then a foul called as Crook was knocked down. So that'll put Crook at the free throw line. This will be 2 shots.
Double bonus.
So Caroline Crook, a junior for Braintree. Well, there's the hug. That's sister to sister there for Braintree.
A little slap, too.
I'm sure there's plenty of playing around at home.
Oh, yeah.
Any sibling rivalry, right? You know about that.
Oh, absolutely.
Who doesn't?
Except ours in a rivalry and always win.
That was a lane violation on the shot. A little modest there, huh, Justin?
Yeah, oh, yeah. He'll admit it.
So 105 left.
He's not the athletic type, so. Another one here, huh?
How often do you see that? Back-to-back violations on a shooter?
You don't really see them in game, so 2 of them back-to-back, I don't know.
Almost never see it in the game at all. And you see it twice in a row. One was on the shooter, one was on the player in the lane that jumped into the lane early. Underneath, the shot no good. And Iadakola, a freshman, getting an opportunity to go to the free throw line. So 2 freshmen getting some extensive minutes here. 2 freshmen listed on the Durfee roster and scoring her first point of the game. This is all just garbage time points. The only thing we're waiting to see is just the final score change. Obviously this one really has never been in jeopardy really after the first quarter. Braintree with a slow start, but led after 18-5. I mean, have you really seen a close game since then? I think the closest Durfee got was 8 at one point in the second quarter, but other than that.
And then just go back to Durfee really didn't do anything to slow down that run. 18-0 run. Durfee didn't do anything to slow it down.
Crook missing the 3 from the outside.
Shot clock's off now, just no foul.
Wild shot, no good. And Braintree will bring it over half court. Will lose the ball. And then up the court, the shot missed. Braintree will hold for the end of this game, assuming that there is no foul, which there shouldn't be. No reason to shoot it. No reason to shoot here.
They are gonna toe foul.
And the game ends. No release. That won't count. 58-41, the final score. I know you want to take that shot at the end of the game, but no reason to do that.
No.
With a 17-point lead, and Braintree will secure the win here today. 58-41. Obviously, long way to go here in the season for Braintree. They have aspirations of going a lot further than this, but here today, the story for Braintree was Haley Sherrick. I mean, 19 points, the leading scorer, really got things started with her defense. Her offense came along as well. A couple of threes. Casanova had 4 threes, and then the play of Scarpa off the bench with 9 points, all from downtown. I think Braintree got a lot better production than you would think up and down their lineup, and just not enough from Durfee. I mean, that's my assessment. I don't know what you think, but what would you say was your synopsis here tonight?
I mean, it just goes back to the first quarter. You know, when a team goes on to an 18-0 run, I mean, that just about does it. I mean, it's hard, especially when you only score 41 points. When a team goes on an 18-point scoring run, it's hard to come back from that, and that's just a great job by Braintree.
So Braintree outscores Durfee 18-5 in the first quarter. Durfee outscores Braintree 13-9 in the second quarter. Braintree led 27-18 at halftime. Braintree outscoring Durfee 13-12 in the third, and outscored them 18-10 in the fourth quarter. 58-41. The final score is Braintree will move on to the first round matchup with number 6 Franklin. Durfee has been eliminated here today with the loss, and that will conclude our coverage. I want to thank everyone for watching our live stream broadcast. And I want to thank our cameraman here today, John Alfanos, our producer, Wes Ray, my partner here today, Justin Turpin. I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.